Good evening, and welcome to Toms River High School North Nautical Stars Theater Company's production of Twelfth Night. Please turn off all electronic devices and open all candy now. Thank you, and enjoy Toms River High School North Nautical Stars Theater Company's production of Twelfth Night.
What country, friend, is this? This is Illyria, lady. And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he's in Elysium. Perchance he's not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother. Most provident in peril bind himself, courage and hope, both teaching him the practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could say.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, whereto thy speech serves for authority, the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam. Well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
And who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What's his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for but a month ago I went from hence. And then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died. For whose dear love they say she hath abjured the sight and company of men.
Oh, had I served that lady, and may not be delivered to the world, till I made mine own occasion mellow, what my estate is.
that were hard to compass because she'll admit no kind of suit. No, not the Duke's.
There's a fair behavior in thee, Captain. And though that in nature with a beauteous wall doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee I will believe thou hast a mind with this thy fair and outwards character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise shall haply become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap, to time I commit. Only shape thou silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll obey. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not say.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
Play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeited. The appetite may sicken, and so die. That strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters thereof with validity and pitch so weird, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute, so full of shapes is fancy, that alone is high, fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What's curio?
The heart.
Why, so I do, the noblest I have. Oh, and my eyes did see Olivia first. Methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant I was turned into a hart, and my desires like fell in cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloister she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath the heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother? How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed a flock of all affections that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king. Away, before me now to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus, I am sure, cares an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Right, let her accept before accepted.
But you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too, and they be not, let them hang themselves by their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And of a foolish knight you brought in one night here to be her wooer?
Who? Sir Andrew Aguecheek.
Aye, he.
Oh, why, he's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
He has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Oh, that you'll say so. He plays, the vile gagamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural, for besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler. And but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought him on the prudent, he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there is passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward. And a coistrel that will not drink to my niece till his brains turn the toe like a parish top.
Sir Toby Belch!
What? Wench? Castiello Vogo, for here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew!
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Oh, good Mistress Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Oh, good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her. Board her. Woo her. Oh, assail her!
Oh, by my troth, I will not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And thou that part so, Sir Andrew, would thou mightest never draw sword again!
And you part so, mistress, I would I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Oh, Mary, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to thy buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. But I am not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir. I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, now, I let go your hand. I am barren.
O knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When have I seen thee so? Put down.
Oh, never in your life, I think. Unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does no harm to my wit.
Oh, no question.
And I thought that. I forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? Oh, I would have bestowed that time in the tongues that I had in fencing and dancing and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Oh, then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Oh, why would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it may not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does not?
Excellent. It hangs like flax on a distaff. And I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off. Ha ha!
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4-1. She'll none of me. The Count here himself hard by woos her.
Show none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I have heard her swear it. Tut! There's life in it, man!
I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes altogether.
Look not good at these kickshots this night.
As any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, under the degree of my betters, and yet I will not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in a galliard knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
Oh, and I could cut the mutton to
And
it!
I think I have the back cheek simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore are these gifts a curtain before 'em? Are they like to take dust, like Mistress Mall's picture? Why doth thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a caranto? My very look would be a jig. I would not so much as make water, but in a syncopace. What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of the galliard!
Aye, 'tis strong, and it does indifferent well in a dun-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, that's sides and hearts.
No, sir. It's legs and thighs. Let me see thee caper! Ah, higher, yes, yes. Excellent.
Continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence, that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario home?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I've uncollapsed to thee the book of even my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto it. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, and if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's more grave aspect.
I think it not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. For they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and also plaintive a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some, 4 or 5 attend them. All, if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live freely as thy lord, to call his fortune's time.
I shall do my best to woo your lady. Yet a bard full strife. Wooer I woo myself would be his wife.
As the bristle may enter and waive thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Oh, let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born of. I fear no colors.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars. And that you may be so bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute, then.
Not so neither. But I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Act in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby were to leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue. No more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You are best.
Wit and be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I that am sure I lack thee may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady. Take the fool away. Oh, do not. Here, fellow. Take away the lady. Go to. You're a dry fool. I'll no more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest. 2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the botcher mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that this simple syllogism will serve so, if it will not, then what remedy? As there is no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty's a flower. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away. Sir, I bade them take away you. This prison in the highest degree. Lady cucculus non facit monachum. That's as much to say as I were not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool. Can you do it? Dexterously, good Madonna. Make your proof. I must. Catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me. Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof. Good Madonna. Why mourn'st thou? Good fool, for the death of my brother. I think his soul's in hell, Madonna. I know his soul is in heaven, fool. The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen. What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make better the fool.
God send you, sir, speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool. How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his god already unless you laugh and minister occasion to him. He is gagged. I protest. I take these wise men that crow, so that these set kind of fools know better than the fool Zan is.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and free of disposition is to take those things for bird bullets that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail,
nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now, Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou speakst well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him! Go, you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick, or not at home, or what you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke first, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool whose skull Jove crammeth brains fit.
Olivia!
Here he comes. One of thy kin has a most weak be a mater.
By mine honor, half drunk.
What is he at the gate, cousin?
Gentlemen!
A gentleman? What gentleman?
Well, there's a gentleman. Plague on these pickled herring. Oh no, sot!
Good sir, Toby.
Cousin. Cousin! How have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery! I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Aye, Mary. What is
Oh,
he?
well, let it be the devil and he will, I care not. Give me faith, say I for it. Oh, run!
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool and a madman. One draught of left heed makes him a fool. The second mats him in. The third drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crowner and let him sit on my cause, for he is in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna. The fool shall look to the madman.
Ah, madam, yon young fellow swears he'll speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes so much to understand and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep and seems to have a foreknowledge of that too and therefore comes to speak with you. What will be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind?
What manner of man?
Ah, a very ill manner. He'll speak with you. Will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash, 'tis before a peace god, or a codling, when 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He's very well favored and speaks very shrewdly. One would think his mother's milk would be scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it over my face. will once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I will answer for her.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for beside that it is excellently penned. I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I'm very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me my assurance that you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of malice I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. What is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I've taken great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more liked to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wander at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you host sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swap. I'm here to hold a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady.
Tell me your mind.
I'm a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full as peace as matter.
Yet, you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me, I have learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are a secret as maidenhood. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady!
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam. Let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you now, sir, such a one I was this present. 'Tis not well done.
Oh, excellently well done. If God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir. 'Twill endure wind and weather. 'Tis beauty, truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the coolest she alive, if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy. Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item 2 lips in different red, item 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me? I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed though you were crowned the non-peril of beauty. How does he love me?
With adorations, with fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does not know my mind. I cannot love him. Though I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, a fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet, I cannot love him. He may have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial, I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon the soul within the house. Write loyal cadence of condemned love and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hollow your name through the reverberant hills and make the babbling gossip of air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. I fare you well. Thank you for your pains. Here, spend this for me.
I'm no feed post lady, keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart a flint that you shall love. And let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, action, and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly one may catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes? Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I or not, tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I know not what, and fear to find. Mine eye, too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Know you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave, so that I may bear my evils alone. It's your bad recompense if you'll to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whether you are bound.
No sooth, sir. My German voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent, a touch of modesty, that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, they charge me in manners, or rather to express myself. You must know me then, Antonio. For my name, Sebastian, which I'd called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian Mesling, who I know you have heard of. You'll find him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. The heavens have been pleased when we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the beach of the sea, my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir. Those said she much resembled me, as yet of many accounted beautiful. But I cannot with such estimable wonder overfar I believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy cannot but call fair. She's drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, you're a bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered. Desire it not. Fare you well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother that, upon the least occasion, mine eyes will tell tales of me. I'm bound to Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I have very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
about you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have it taken away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you shall never so hardy come back in his affairs unless it's to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come now, sir. You peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should so be returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies, in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and start distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. I sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis. Oh, poor lady. She would better love a dream. Disguise. See, thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proper false and women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she mistaken seems to dote on me? What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, oh, now alas the day. What thriftless sigh shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Sir Andrew, not to be abed after midnight is to go to bed betimes, and de la culo surgere, thou knowest.
Nay, by my troth I know not, but I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So that to go to bed after is to go to bed betimes. Does not our lives consist of the four elements?
Oh, faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Oh, thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Maria, I say a stoup of wine. Ah!
Here comes the fully faith.
Oh, how now, my heart! Have you never seen the picture of we three?
Oh, welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch.
Oh, by my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I'd rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg, and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast a very gracious fooling last night, when thou spokest of the Pigagrotimus of the Vapians passing the Equinautical of Quabius. Oh, 'twas very good, faith. I sent thee 6 pence for thy layman. Hast it?
I did impedicos thy gratitility. For Malvolio's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the Myrmidons are no bottle alehouses.
Oh, excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
Yes, come on, here's a sixpence for you. Let's have a song.
Oh, and there's a trestle of me too, if one night give up.
Would you have a love song? Or a song of good life?
A love song. A love song.
Aye, I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay in here, for true love's coming, that can sing both high and low, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journeys end in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know. Every wise man's son doth know.
Excellent. Goody faith.
Good. Good.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. What's to come is still unsure. Delay, there lies no plenty. Come and kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure. Youth's a stuff will not endure.
Mellifluous voice. As I am true knight.
A contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious faith.
To hear by the nose, it is dulcet in contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that'll draw 3 souls out of one weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me. Let's do it. I'm a dog at a catch.
Fire, lady, sir. And some dogs will catch both.
Most certain. And let our catch be when hail the wind and the rain.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave knight.
Oh, 'tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins when that I.
Oh, I should never begin if I hold my peace.
Oh, goody faith. Come, begin.
When that I wasn't a little tiny boy with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But when I came to man to stay with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, against knaves and thieves men shut their gate for the rain. It raineth every day. When that I wasn't a little tiny boy with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy. For the rain, it raineth every day, every day, every day, every day.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady had not called up her steward Malvolio, Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors? Never trust me.
My lady's a Cataean. We are politicians. Malvolio's a Pegaramsey. But when I came at last to am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Silly Valley, lady.
Beshrew me. Tonight's an admirable fooling.
He does well enough if he be disposed, and so do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural. When I came at last with life,
With hey-ho, the wind and the rain.
my swaggering could I never thought.
With hey-ho, the wind and the rain. When I came unto my bed, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. Tossed but still had rocking heads for the rain. It raineth every day, every day, every day. When that I wasn't a little tiny boy, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. A foolish thing was but a toy. For the rain, it raineth every day. For the rain, it raineth every day. For the rain, it raineth every day. Every day, every day, every...
My masters, are you mad, or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house, that you squeak out your coser's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no place, persons, nor time in you?
Oh, well, we did keep time. Sir, in our catches. Stack up!
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself from your, misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you a farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, I must be gone, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
His eyes still show his days are done, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain.
Is it even so?
But I will never, never die, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain.
Sir Toby, there you know you lie,
For the rain, it raineth
every day.
Out of tune, sir! You lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes. By St. Anne and Ginger shall be hot at the mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs, a soup of wine, Maria!
Mistress Maria, if you prize my lady's favor with anything more than contempt, you will not give means to this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears!
'Twere as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him to the field, and then break promise with him, and make a fool of him.
Oh, I'll write the challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count was stay with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, Let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nayward and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us. Possess us. Tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What, for being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil, a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser. An affectionate ass that can't state without book and utters it by great swaths. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is on his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice of him will my revenge my notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent. I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
Yes, yes, he shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make him an ass.
Ass? I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Fort Royal, I warrant you, I know my physical work with him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Oh, well, before me, she's a good wench.
Oh, she's a beagle! True bred! And one that adores me! What a lad.
Oh, I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hadst need send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Send for more money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, come. I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, knight.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much, more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship. That should sing it.
Who was it?
I see the jester, my lord. A fool that lately his father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are unstayed and skittish, and all motions else, saved in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where
love is thrown.
Thou dost speak masterly my life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye have stayed upon some favor that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little. By your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee then. What years I faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still a woman taken, elder than herself, so wears she to him. So sway she levels in her husband's heart. For, boy, however, we do praise ourselves. Our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, lust and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, for thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are, alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come. Song we heard last night, mark it, Cesario. It was old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids that weave the threads with bones, do used to chant it. It is silly soothe and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing. There's for thy pains.
No pains, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
Then I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir. And pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god protect thee. And the tailor make thy doublet of changeable to fetter, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, for that their business might be in everything and their intent everywhere. That's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest now give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee beyond the same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prices not quantity of dirty lands that fortune hath bestowed upon her. Tell her I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle increated gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so answered.
Sue, but must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is,
hath for your love a great pang of heart, as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must then she not be answered?
There is no woman's sighs that can bide the beating of so strong as passion. As love doth give my heart, no woman's heart so big to hold, so much they lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite, no motion of the liver but the palate that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as to see and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me and that I, O Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. My father had a daughter, loved a man. In faith, they're as true as hard as we. As it might be, perhaps, I were a woman, I should, your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love. Let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with the green and yellow melancholy she sat like patience on the monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed? We men say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy.
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme to her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place. Bide, no delay.
Signor Fabia.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not, it is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my Medal of India?
Get you all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close to the name of jesting. Lie thou. There. For here comes the trap that must be caught with tickling.
"'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard her come thus near. That should she fancy it to be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses a more exalted respect than those who follow her. What should I think of it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced balloons.
Slight, I can so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Rogue.
Pistol him.
Peace, peace.
Is example for it. that the lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fire him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace. Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having left a daybed where I left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Peace, peace!
Huh? Huh? And to have the humor of stating after a demure travel of the guard, telling them I know my place, as I would, so should theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Boots and shackles!
Oh, peace, 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 now.
Huh? 7 of my people with an obedient start to make out for him. I frown the while and perchance wind up my watch or play with some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an asked your regard of control.
Oh, and does not Toby take you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes have cast me on your knees. Give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Nay, patience. We break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste your treasure of a time on a foolish night.
That's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
Oh, I knew 'twas I, for many do call me fool.
Huh? Ooh, what employment do we have here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Oh, peace, in the spirit of humor's intimate, read aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These are her C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus she makes her great P's. By contempt of question, her hand.
Oh, her C's, her U's, and her T's. Why that?
Well...
Huh? To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Over your faces, by your leave, wax soft, and the impressure, her lucrease, to which she uses a seal. 'Tis my lady! But to whom should this be?
This wins him. Liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. What follows? The number's altered. No man must know. Why, if this should be thee, Malvolio.
Mary, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a lucrecy knife with bloodless stroke, my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I, doth sway my life?
A fustian riddle.
Excellent, whence say I?
M-O-A-I, doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed
And
him?
with what wing the Daniel checks at it?
I may command where I adore. Why, she commands me. I serve her. 'Tis my lady. This is evident in any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. In the end, what should that alphabetical precision pretend if this could resemble something in me? Softly, softly, softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I makes up that. He is now in a cold scent.
Souter will cry a punch for all this, though it be as rank as a fox.
M. Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name.
Did I not say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
What then? There's no constancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh!
And then I comes from behind.
Aye, and you had an eye behind you. You might see more detraction at your heel than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, to crush this a little, for it would bow down to me, for every letter is in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast the humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered? I say, remember. Ooh. Go to, thou art made, and desirous to be so. If not, let me see a steward still. Thy fellow servants are not worthy to touch thy fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter the services for thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champions discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devise the very man. I will not let imagination jade me, for every reason excites than this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings, and praise my leg being ever cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and in this kind of injunction drives me to the habits of her liking. I thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, never cross-gartered, and in the swiftness of putting on, Jove and my stars be praised! Here's its postscript! Thou canst not choose, but to know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt of me.
I will not give my part in this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the sofa.
Marry the switch for this device.
So could I too.
And ask for no other dowry from her but such another
Never
jest.
mind either.
Here is
my noble go-catcher.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Oh, or mine either.
Shall I play my treasures a trade trip and become thy bond slave?
Faith or I either.
For thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad!
Nay, but say true. Does it work upon him?
Like aquavitae with a midwife.
If you would then see the fruits of the sport. Mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot help but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me!
To the gates of Donna!
Oh, thou most excellent devil of wit!
I'll make one too!
Save thee, friend.
Hey, Robin, Jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Hey, Robin, Jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does.
And thy music. Dost thou live by thy music?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live in my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayest say the king lies by a beggar, if a beggar dwell near him. Or the church stands by thy tabor, if thy tabor stands by thy church.
You have said, sir. To see this age, a sentence is but a shovel glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would, therefore, my sister had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name's a word. And to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. But, indeed, words are very rascals since bonds disgrace them.
Thy reason, man.
Troth, sir. I can yield you none but that words, and words are grown so false I am loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something. But in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, then I wouldn't make you invisible.
Art thou not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married, and fools are as like husbands as pilchers are to herring. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool shall be as oft with your master as with my mistress. Think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me. I'll no more with thee. Hold. There's expenses for thee.
Now Jove and his next commodity of hair send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I'm almost sick for one. That I may not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these had bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Friga, sir, to bring a Cressida to this trellis.
I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, sir. Begging but a beggar, Cressida was a beggar. A lady is within, sir. I will conster to you whence they come. Who you are and what you would out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool. And to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe the moods on whom he jests, the quality of persons, the time, and like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice as full as labor as a wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows is fit. But wise men, folly fallen, quite taint their wit.
Ooh. Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
Devil guard, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are. And I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir. To enter.
Ah, I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent and exquisite lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
Oh, that youth's a rare courtier, rain odors, well.
My matter hath no voice, lady, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, vouchsafed, I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
By your leave, I pray you. I bade you never speak of him again. But would you undertake another suit? I'd rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hides my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love?
No, not a grise. For 'tis vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be prey, how much better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth come to harvest, your wife should reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Well then,
Westward ho.
Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam? Of my lord by me? Stay! I prithee, tell me what thou thinkst of me. That you do think you are what you are not.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I'm not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it would, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn. Looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon.
Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that maugre all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide.
Do not extort thyself from this clause, for that I woo.
Thou therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus, with reason fetter. Love sought is good, oh, but given unsought is better. By my innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress of it, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Never more shall I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again,
For thou perhaps mayest move that heart which now abhors to like his love.
No, faith, I'll stay not a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the couch serving men than ever she bestowed upon me. I salt in the orchard.
Oh, did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that!
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Slight. Will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jest, fire new from the mint. You should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard. Unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt either of valor or policy.
Ain't me anyway. It must be with valor, for policy I do hate. I had as lief be a Baroness as a politician.
Why then? Build me thy fortunes upon a basis of valor. Challenge me, the Count's youth, to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of that, and assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can prevail more in man's commendation with women than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go! Write it in martial hand. Be cursed and be brief. It is no matter how witty, so be it eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink, for thouest him some thrice, it shall not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper, though the sheet were big enough for the bed of ware in England, set him down, go about it, let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thou write with a goose pen, no matter. About it!
Oh, where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo. Go.
This is a dear mankin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, lad. Some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it.
Never trust me! And by all means, stern the youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain rope cannot hail them together. As for Andrew... Oh. If he were open, and you should find so much blood in his liver as would clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
Oh. And his opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
If you desire the spleen, and will laugh yourselves into pieces, follow me. Young Malvolio's turned heathen, a very renegado, for there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He is in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously.
Excellent!
Like a pedant that keeps the school in the church, I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter I dropped to betray him. He does smile, his face into more lines than is in the new map of the augmentation of the Indies. You have not seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come! Bring us!
Bring us where he is.
Follow me!
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I cannot stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy what might befall your travel. Being skillless in these parts, to a stranger, unguided, unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make, but thanks, and thanks, and ever thanks, and good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But where my worth, as is my conscience, firm, you should find better dealings. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I'm not weary, and 'tis long till night. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Which pardon me. I do now without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight with the Count and his galleys, did some service of such note indeed, that if I were taken here, it'd scarce be answered.
Be like you slew great number of his people?
The offense is not of such bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which for traffic's sakes most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which if I be lapsed here, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
Doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant, is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet while you beguile the time and feed your knowledge. With viewing of the city, there shall you have me.
Why your purse?
Happily, your eye shall light upon some toil you have desired to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the elephant.
I do remember.
Sent after him. He says he'll come. Oh, how shall I feast him? Oh, what bestow of him? For youth is bought more oft than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he says nothing but smile. Your ladyship professes to have some guard about you if you come. For sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he. If sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho, ho.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross guttering. But what of that? If it pleases the eye of one, as it is with me, as the very true sonnet is. Please one, and so please all.
What is the matter with thee? How dost thou man?
Not black in my mind, but yellow in my legs. And it comes to his hands, and commands shall be executed. Mwah! I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed! Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee. Mwah! Mwah! Mwah!
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
At your request, yes, nightingales answer daws.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness, 'twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great, some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow stockings?
And wish to see thee ever cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
Go to, thou art made and desirous to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see a servant still.
Oh, why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino has returned. I could hardly entreat him.
Ooh.
I'll come to him.
Good Mariah, let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have special care of him. I will not have him miscarry for half my dowry.
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs with that in the letter. She sent him on purpose that I will appear stubborn to him, for she incites me directly to that in the letter. Cast the humble slough, says she, be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner of how as a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, and some sir of note, and so forth. I have limed her, and it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she left just now, let this fellow be looked to. Oh, fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together. Now, no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstruction, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing can come between I and the full prospects of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I am the doer of this, and he is to be thanked. Whatsoever be their cheer, drink their beer, please one, and so please all. Whether it be strong or small, or in kitchen or in hall, please one, and so please all. Be they wanting, be they wild, be they gentle, be they mild, please one, and so please all. Be she coy or be she proud, speak she soft or speak she loud, please one, and so please all. Please one, and so please all. Is she simple? Is she full? Does she trip or does she fall? Please one, and so please all. Is she nimble? Is she quick? Is she short or is she thick? Please one, and so please all. Be they wanting, be they wild, be they gentle, be they mild, please one, and so please all. Be she coy or be she proud? Speak she soft or speak she loud? Please one, and so please all. Please oh, 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 please.
With you, sir? How is it with you, man?
Oh, go off! I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off!
Ah! Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you, Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care of him?
Aha, does she so?
In the name of Satan!
Go to! Peace, peace, we must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How is it with you? What magic by the devil? Consider he's an enemy to mankind!
Do you know what you say?
Lie, you! And you speak ill of the devil! How he takes it to heart! Pray God he be not bewitched!
Oh, carry his water to the wise woman!
And it shall be done tomorrow if I live! My lady will not lose him for more than I'll say!
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently.
Oh.
The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Ooh. How now, my bowcock? How dost thou? Chuck!
Sir?
I bid thee come with me! What man just not for gravity to play a cherry pit would say it? Take him, Malvolio!
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby! Get him to pray!
My prayers, Minx?
No, I warned you, he will not hear of godliness.
Oh, go hell yourself. You are idle things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
It's possible.
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as improbable fiction.
His very genius hath taken the infection of the device man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take errant taint.
Oh, why, we shall make him mad indeed.
Oh.
The house will be quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in belief that he is mad. We will carry it out thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired out of breath, print us to have mercy on him, at which time we will bring the device to the bar, and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see.
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, 'tis I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth whatsoever thou art a scurvy fellow.
Good and
Oh,
valiant.
yes, good. Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no answer for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Yes, good. Thou comest to the lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat, and that is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceeding good sense. Less.
Fairly well. I will waylay thee going home, where, if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you keep the windy side of the law. Good.
May God have mercy upon one of our souls. He might have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot, I'll give it to him.
You may have very fair occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady and will by and by depart.
Go! Scout me for him at the corner of an orchard like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw! As thou drawest, swear horrible, for comes to pass oft a terrible oath, with swaggering accent sharply twanged off, gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself would have earned him. Away!
Oh, nay, let me alone for swearing!
Yes, go. Now I will not deliver this letter. For the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek, a notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will most aptly receive it, into the most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here comes your niece.
Oh.
Give them way till he take leave, and presently after him.
Yes, I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor too unchary on it. There is something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is, that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears, goes on my master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? That honor saved may upon asking give.
Nothing but this. Your true love for my master.
But how, with mine honor, may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, bloody as the hunter, full of despite, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be here in preparation for thy assailant, quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free, and clear of any image of offense unto any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake thee to your guard, for your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir. What is he?
He is knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier on carpet consideration. But he is a very devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies he hath divorced. 3. And his insensiment at this moment is so implacable that it can be none but by pangs of death and sepulture. Hobnob is his word. Give it, or take it.
I will return again to the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels on others to taste their valor. Be like this, man of that quirk.
Sir, no. Thy indignation derives itself out of a competent injury. Therefore, get you on, and give you desire. Back you shall not to the house, unless you undertake that with me, which with as much safety you might answer him. Therefore on, or strip your sword stark naked, for metal you must. That's certain. Or forswear to wear iron about you.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signora Fabia, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
I pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what matter of man is he?
Oh, nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form, as you are like to find him in the proof of his valor. Oh, he is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have possibly found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk toward him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that hath rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil! I have never seen such to Virago, I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all. And he gave me the second with such a mortal motion, it is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on. They say he had been fencer to the sofa.
Paxant! I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he'll not now be pacified. Fabia could scarce hold him yonder.
Plaguant! And I thought he'd been valiant in so cutting in fence. I'd have seemed him damned dear, I'd have challenged him. Let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse. Great Capulet!
I'll make the motion. Stand here. Make good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I had persuaded him the youth's a devil!
Oh, he is as horribly conceited of him, and pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for his oath's sake. Mary, he hath better bethought him of his quarrels. He finds them now scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore, draw for the supportance of your vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack a man.
Oh, give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. The gentleman will, by his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot, by the duello, avoid it, but he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on,
Oh, pray God he keep his oath!
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Yes, come on, get him, knight,
Come
go,
on, Cesario.
Put up your sword! If this young gentleman hath done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Whoa, you, sir. Why, what are you?
One, sir. For his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, then, if you be an undertaker, I am for you!
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold. Here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put up your sword, if you please.
Marry will I, sir. And for that I promise you, I'll be as good as my word. He will bear you easily, and reigns well.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio! I arrest thee at suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir. No, John. I know your favor well, though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes seeking you. There's no remedy for it. I shall answer it. What will you do? Now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. Pains me more what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you've shown me here, and in part being prompted to your present troubles. Out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold. There's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest added to make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with all those kindnesses I have done for you.
What? I know of none. Nor know I you by voice or any feature.
I hate ingratitude in man more than lying, vainness, babbling drunkenness, or any taint of vice who inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love and to his image, which methought did promise me most vulnerable worth. Did I devotion?
What's that to us? The time goes by away.
Oh, how vile and idle proves this God! Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature, there is no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue, beauty, is virtue. With the putacious evil, our empty ever-trunks overflourished by the devil!
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words with such passion do fly, that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true imagination. Prove true that I, dear brother, be now taken for you. He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know. Yet living in my glass, even such and so, in favor my brother went. Still, in this fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest poultry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty appears in leaving his friend in necessity and denying him. As for his cowardship, Asphobia!
Oh, a coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
Slid! I will after him again and beat him!
Don't pump him soundly!
Oh, come, let's see the event.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to! Thou art a foolish fellow! Let me be clear of thee!
Oh, well, how thou'dy faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor does not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so!
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowst not me.
Fed my folly? He has heard that word of some great man and applies it to a fool. Fed my folly. I'm afraid the world will prove cockney. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There is money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why, there's for thee. In there. Are all the people mad?
Yes, well, I tell
Hey,
you
where
very
is this
straight.
going?
Get out of the house!
Mr. Toby, no.
Come on, sir!
Mr. Toby, no.
Oh!
Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I will have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. And though I struck him first, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand!
Come, sir! I will not let you go!
I will be free from thee!
What? Nay then, if you are an undertaker, I am for you!
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee, hold!
Madam?
Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached. Out of my sight. Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudesby, be gone! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion sway in this uncivil and unjust extent. Against thy peace, go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Beshrew his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream? Let fancy still my sense and least sleep. If it be thus a dream, still let me sleep!
Nay, come, I prithee. Would thou'st be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown. Make him believe thou art Sir Topaz the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on and I will dissemble myself in it. And I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I am not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student, but to be said an honest man and a good housekeeper goes as fairly as to say a careful man and a great scholar. The competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Bonus dies, good Sir Toby. For as the old hermit of Prague that never saw pen and ink very wittily said to a niece of King Gorboduc, that is, so I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that and is but is?
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho, I say! Peace in this prison!
The knave counterfeits well a good knave.
Who calls there? Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic. Sir Topaz? Sir Topaz. Oh, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady. Out, hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was a man thus wronged. Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad. They laid me here in hideous darkness. Fie, thou dishonest Satan. I call thee by the most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones that will use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou this house is dark? As hell, Sir Topaz. Why, it hath bay windows as transparent as barricades, and the clerestories toward the south-north are as lustrous as ebony, and yet complainst thou of obstruction. I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark. Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog. This house is as dark as ignorance. Though, ignorance is as dark as hell. And I say to you, never was a man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Let make the trial of it in any constant question. What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl? That the soul of our grandam might happily inhabit a bird. What thinkst thou of his opinion? I think nobly of his soul, and in no way approve of his opinion. Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras' heir. I will allow of thy wits and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou disposes the soul of thy grandam.
Fare thee well.
Sir Topaz. Sir Topaz!
My most exquisite Sir Topaz!
Nay, I am for all waters. Thou mayst have done this without thy gown. He sees thee not.
To him, in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou finds him. I would we were well rid of this knavery, and if he may be conveniently delivered, I would he were, for I am now so far in offense with my niece that I cannot pursue with any safety this forth the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does.
Fool.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does.
Good fool! As ever thou wilt well deserve my hand. Help me to a candle and pen, ink and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you besides your 5 wits?
Fool. Never was a man so notoriously abused. I am well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well? Then you were but mad indeed if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They property me, keep me in darkness, sent ministers to me. Asses. And do all they can to evade me out of my wits.
Advise what you say. The minister is here.
Huh?
Malvolio, Malvolio! Thy wits the heavens restore, and do for thyself to sleep and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Oh, Sir Topaz.
Maintain no words with him, good fellow.
Who? I, sir? Not I, sir. Goodbye, you good Sir Topaz.
Marry, amen.
I will, sir, I will.
Fool, 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 I say.
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am shed for speaking to you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper, as I am well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well, a day that you were, sir.
By this hand, I am, good fool, some ink, paper, and light, and help me convey the message I set down to my lady. It will advantage thee than ever the bearing letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell the truth.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. My lady is unkind, but why is she so? She loves another better than me, and yet she will say no. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Hey, Robin, jolly Robin,
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps you thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was. And there I found his credit, that he did range the town and seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well within my sense, that this may be some error, but no madness. Yet doth accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I'm ready to distrust mine eyes, and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust, but that I am mad. Or else the lady's mad. Yet, if it were so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in that's deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me, and with this holy woman into the chantry by. There, before her, and under the consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my too jealous and most doubtful soul may live at peace. She shall conceal it, whilst you are willing it shall come to note. What time we will our celebration keep according to my birth? What do you say?
I'll follow this woman and go with you. Having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Nay, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good master baby, and grant me another request.
Oh, anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
Belong you to Lady Olivia, friends.
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir. The better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Why, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now, my foes tell me plainly I am an ass, so that by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So that conclusions to be as kisses, if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then the better for my friends and the worse for my foes.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no. Though it pleases you to be one of my friends.
You shall not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that, it would be double dealing, sir. And would you can make it another?
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I'll be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo segundo tertio, sir, is a good play. And the old saying says the third pays for all. The triplex, sir, is a good tripping measure. Or the bells of St. Bennet may put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you'll let your lady know I'm here to speak with her and bring her along with you and may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir. Lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go, sir, but I would not have you to think that my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. But, as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap. I will awake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his, I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared. As black as Vulcan in the smoke of war, a bobbling vessel was he captain of. For shallow draughts and bulk unprizable, with which such skillful grapple did he make? The most notable bottom of our fleet, that very envy in the tongue of laws cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private rabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I knew not what 'twas, but distraction.
Notable pirate, though saltwater thief, what foolish boldness has brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was pirate or thief, though I confess, on basing ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ungrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth, did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and there to add my love, without retention or restraint, all in his dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure of his love, to the dangers of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing, while one would wink, denied me my purse, which I recommended to his use not a half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth, but for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth have tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have? Wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught as the old tune, it is as fat and fulsome to my ears as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What to perverseness, you uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithless offerings, have breathed out, that ear devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Have I the heart to do it? Like the Egyptian thief at pointed death, kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor. Live you the marble-breasted tyrant still? But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly him, will I tear out of that cruel eye, where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are more ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund acting willingly, to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love. More than I love these eyes, more than my life, more of all amours than ever I shall love wife. If I do fiend, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself?
Is it so long? Call forth thy holy father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Her husband?
I, husband. Can he deny that?
Her husband, Sarah?
No, my lord, not I. Oh, do not swear. Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that strangles thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, then thou art or as great as thou that fearst. Oh, welcome, father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold, though we intended to keep in darkness what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this company, sealed in my function by my testimony. Since when my watch hath told me toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours?
O thou dissembling cob! What wilt thou be when time have sort of grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet, where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God! A surgeon. Send one presently to Sir Toby.
Boy, what's the matter?
Has broke my head across, and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb to, for the love of God, your help. I'd rather than 40 pounds I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman. One Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
Oh, the lifelings. Here he is. You broke my head across for nothing. And for that I did, I was set on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you set nothing on a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
That's all one. Has hurt me. And there be the end on it.
I'll help, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead? And a coxcomb? And a knave? A thin-faced knave? A gull?
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, for I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I would have done none less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How the hours have racked and tortured me since I lost thee!
Sebastian, are you?
Fear so that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these 2 creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature, of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind ways and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kins are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Mezzaline. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. And so he went suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to frighten us.
Spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman? As the rest goes even, I should my tears that fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola!
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Well, that record is lively in my soul. He did indeed finish his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing, let make us happy both. By this might, masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me until each circumstance of time, place, fortune do cohere and jump. That I am Viola, which to confirm, I'll bring to you a captain in this town, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook. But nature to revised you in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein. By my life, deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If that be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy rack. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings I will overswear, and all those swearings keep true in soul, as doth that continent the fire, that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did first bring me on shore hath my maid's garments. He, upon some action, is now in durance at Malvolio's suit. A gentleman, and a follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither, and yet alas, now I am remembered. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own. For my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at this stave's end as well as any man in his case may do. Has he written a letter to you? Oh, I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospel, so it skills not much when they're delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified. And the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam! Oh my God!
How now? Art thou mad?
No, madam. I do but read madness. And your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow longs.
Read I thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, perpend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabia? Go call him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on. To think me as well a sister as a wife, one day shall crown the alliance on it. So please you, here, at my house, at my proper cost.
Madam, I most apt embrace your off. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. And since you've called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall now from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister. You are she.
Is this the madman?
I, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No!
Lady, you have. Pray you, peruse that letter. You must not deny that this is your hand. Well, write from it if you can in hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of it. Well, granted then, and tell me, in the modesty of your honor, why have you given me such clear lights of favor? Bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And acting in this obedient hope, why have you suffered to keep me imprisoned? Keep me in darkness, sent a priest to me, and made the most notorious gank and gall of it that ever invention played on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like it, but out of question, 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she who first told me thou wast mad. Then camest in smiling, and in such forms which were presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath been most shrewdly passed upon thee, but when we know the ground and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hope it shall not, most freely, I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we have conceived against him. Mariah writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance. In recompense whereof he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed. May rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool. How have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one, sir, in this interlude, one, Sir Topaz, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad, but do you remember? Madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal, and smile not, he is gagged. And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to appease. Ye have not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, in golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man, but when other habits you are seeing, Orsino's mistress, and his fancies queen.
Whosoever be their cheer, drink their ale or drink their beer,
Please one, and so please all.
Whether it be strong or small, or in kitchen or in hall,
Please one, and so please all.
Be they wanting, be they wow, be they gentle, be they mild,
Please one, and so please all. Be she choir, be she grass, be she soft, be she loud. Please one, and so please all. When that I wasn't a little tiny boy, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain.
A long while ago, the world began with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all when our play is done.
And we'll strive to please, and strive to please, and strive to please, and strive to please every day, every day, every day, every day.